Want to give Joe Biden his pick, just say it and tell people why. But hiding behind this is beyond ridiculous.
So Bill, Republicans are, though, very divided on the path forward for the party. And maybe their candidate is something they all can get on one side of. But it was abundantly clear today from House leadership that they have hit a fork in the road, and there's no reconvergence happening here. I want to play what happened when a reporter asked House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy and House Republican Conference Chair Liz Cheney whether Trump should be speaking at the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, this weekend. Here are the two responses.
Yes, he should.
For like 4 years.
That's up to CPAC. I can clear my views about President Trump and the extent to which following January 6th, I don't believe that he should be playing a role in the future of the party or the country.
On that high note, thank you all very much.
And then they literally both go the opposite direction, Bill. You can't have a deep divide like that continue for long.
Well, you can, partly because so many more people are on Kevin McCarthy's side, unfortunately, from my point of view. But it was very indicative that Kevin McCarthy went off one way with his huge retinue of aides, and following him, and Liz Cheney went off alone in the other direction. A fair number of House members may agree with Liz Cheney. How many would say it? How many would say it, Aaron? Ask yourself that. 10, 15 would actually have the nerve to say that maybe it's not great to have Donald Trump out there front and center. They're all cowed. They're intimidated. And so the huge majority of the party right now is with Kevin McCarthy.
All right, thank you both very much. And next, a former member of Biden's coronavirus task force warning of a potentially catastrophic new surge that could be just weeks away. Well, why? Michael Osterholm is my guest. Plus, the Los Angeles County Sheriff out front with the latest on the Tiger Woods crash. We have new developments that we're learning this hour.
This phone paired with 5G ultra wideband. Wow.
The new Samsung Galaxy S21 is on Verizon 5G ultra wideband, available in parts of many cities.
It's ridiculously fast.
Buy Samsung Galaxy S21 plus 5G. Get one on us. Only on Verizon.
So who climbs ladders to clean their gutters?
Dad, I keep telling you it's dangerous.
Climbing ladders is too dangerous. Leaf Filter puts an end to that.
So how does it work?
Leaf Filter's three-piece system filters out leaves and debris, letting water flow through freely.
Do we need to replace our gutters?
Great question. Leaf Filter can be installed right on top of your existing gutters. We're sold. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or go to getleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection and estimate.
I look for the WELL Health Safety Seal at my favorite places.
It means health and safety measures have met rigorous scientific standards.
Look for the WELL seal.
Look for the WELL Health Safety Seal outside and feel safer going inside.
This is how you become the best.
Don't get mad, get E-Trade. If you have moderate to severe psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis, little things can become your big moment. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that treats differently. For psoriasis, 75% clearer skin is achievable with reduced redness, thickness, and scaliness of plaques. For psoriatic arthritis, Otezla is proven to reduce joint swelling, tenderness, and pain. And the Otezla prescribing information has no requirement for routine lab monitoring. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
At Farmers, we know how nice it is to save on your auto policy. But it's even nicer knowing that if this happened, or this, or even this, we've seen and covered it. So call 1-800-FARMERS and get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Lincoln, Sundays at 10.
Whose stories are worth telling?
Who's the one here? Shotgun.
Who is the toughest of them all?
We have a whistleblower.
Jeez.
Well,
Jeez.
We got this.
The deal-a-thon continues. Deals on used vehicles. The Elk Grove Auto Mall used car deal-a-thon. No money down, low financing, trade-ins wanted. Certified used cars, local trades, Carfax. Used SUVs, cars, trucks, hybrids, vans. The Elk Grove Auto Mall used car deal-a-thon. No money down, low financing, trade-ins wanted. Certified used cars, local trades, Carfax. Used SUVs, cars, trucks, hybrids, vans. The Elk Grove Auto Mall.
I'm Phil Mattingly at the White House, and this is CNN.
Tonight, a worrying new coronavirus strain in New York City. Two separate teams of researchers say they found a new variant in New York and in the Northeast that could evade vaccine benefits. And the team at Columbia University says the variant is, quote, surging alarmingly. It comes as a former member of President Biden's coronavirus task force is warning of a potentially catastrophic new surge that's just weeks away. He's out front now. Michael Osterholm, director of the Infectious Disease Research and Policy Center at the University of Minnesota. So let me ask you, Professor. Obviously, you know you worked on President Biden's transition coronavirus task force. You're warning about what could potentially be the worst surge yet with the new variants, and now we've just got this reporting on a new virus strain circulating in New York City and the Northeast with a mutation that two teams of researchers say could weaken vaccine effectiveness. What's your reaction?
Well, first of all, we have to keep our eye on the ball. And the ball is right now one particular variant that is very rapidly rising in number here in the United States. It's what's called B117, or the UK variant. This is one that is much more transmissible, 30 to 70% more than previous strains of the virus, and as well as it causes more serious illness. Now, fortunately, it does not evade the protection of vaccine or people who have previously been infected and recovered. And so I think this is what we need to really keep our mind on. If you look at what's happening in Europe and the Middle East right now, this continues to be a very serious challenge. Many of the countries there have been in lockdown for literally since the holiday season, and still only now controlling the virus.
And obviously, all right, so I know the one you're talking about, this one I think is B1526, and again, I'm not trying to emphasize the numbers. The point that I'm making, though, is obviously that there's a lot we still don't know here, and there are mutations that are happening that are obviously just slightly different than each other in possibly significant ways.
That's right. But the third category, as I pointed out, of the variants of concern is this one that evades human immunity from either vaccine or from natural infection. Fortunately, outside of South Africa and Brazil, we've not seen these strains spread very well. That's the point right now. We have to keep them surely front and center, but the ones that we really are worried about, the ones that are spreading very quickly across the U.S.
So, you know, I know you've delayed getting your second vaccine dose, and you're saying the U.S. government should delay second doses to try to protect against this surge. And, you know, you've laid out a report on things we could do to avoid, you know, what you say could be a catastrophic situation in the U.S. with the surge. What are the most significant things we could do?
Right now, we have to understand protecting those 65 years of age and older is going to provide us with the most impact in terms of reducing serious illness, hospitalizations, and deaths. 80% of the deaths in this country have occurred in those 65 years of age and older. They also have occupied the most hospital beds, have taken most of the medical care resources. If we were anywhere like you see in Europe, for example, the Czech Republic today just announced that they may be running out of intensive care unit beds because of this particular strain of virus B117. What we don't want to do is have our healthcare systems in a sense overrun so that we can't provide that care. So focusing the vaccine on that older age group, which may not be popular with some, but right now, as it stands, over 30 million Americans who are 65 years of age and older will not have a single drop of vaccine before the end of March.
Well, all right. So certainly pretty sobering given this headline, as I said, just crossing from these two research teams this hour. Thank you so much, Professor, as always.
Thank you.
And two crises colliding in the state of Texas, the pandemic and no electricity and water. Miguel Marquez is out front in Houston.
Tanya de la Cruz's oxygen levels dropped and her temperature shot up on the coldest night in South.